Hello viewers, I welcome you all to my own YouTube channel. This is the lecture series of organic chemistry, name reaction. So I think this is the fourth lecture. In today's lecture, we will discuss about SN2, nucleophilic substitution bimolecular reaction. If you find this video useful, please subscribe my channel for more such videos and please do share with your friends that they should get benefited also from this lecture series. So without wasting time, we are straight directly going to our topic, that is SN2. Now see here, SN2. Actually, this SN2 reaction is very important in your boards, entrance, such as IITs, AIPMT, JEE, KVPY, CAT, etc. So you should see it carefully. And the students which are in class 11, they also get benefited from this video, because this is also in their hydrocarbon, and they also can get this reaction in their GOC or BOC, basic organic chemistry. Sorry. So SN2 means nucleophilic substitution bimolecular reaction. So if you can remember or understand these points of SN2, you will never get trouble while solving the problem of SN2. Now you see here, SN2 means what? N stands for nucleophilic, S stands for substitution, and 2 stands for bimolecular. So the full name of this topic is nucleophilic substitution bimolecular reaction. Nucleophilic substitution bimolecular. Sometimes nucleophilic bimolecular substitution is also said or told. Now, what happens? The first point is it occurs generally in 1-degree alkyl halides. So please see the example here. 1-degree alkyl halide means the carbon atom with which the chlorine is attached, with that only one alkyl group is present. This is primary alkyl halide. So why it occurs in only primary? You can see the 10th number point. 1-degree, then 2-degree, then 3-degree. Why in primary it occurs fast, in secondary slow, tertiary rare case? Why it happens like this? Because in case of primary, you can see here only one alkyl group is present. If it was secondary, then one alkyl group should be present here. If tertiary, then one alkyl group should be present here. What happens? You should know the definition of nucleophilicity. Nucleophilicity is the ability to be bonded with the carbon atom. So if here there is a one alkyl group, that's why OH minus can get attached to the carbon atom easily. But if there were more two alkyl groups, then the OH minus should find it difficult to get attached with the carbon atom, because if here a CH3 group was present, so there will be a steric hindrance which would prevent the OH minus to get easily attached with the carbon atom. In case of SN2, always remember, stronger nucleophile, that is the OH minus here, always replaces the weaker nucleophile, that is the Cl minus. Now what happens if there are more or bulky alkyl groups present here with the carbon atom? The OH will find it difficult to get attached with the carbon atom. So that's why in case of primary, the rate of SN2 is fast. In case of tertiary, it is rare. This type of question were asked in 1990s or in this kind of time, because this kind of question is easy. Nowadays this kind of question is not asked in your entrance examination, because the standard has been up. So you can see here, so in case of SN2, it occurs in a 1-degree alkyl halide. Now the next point, it depends upon the concentration of the nucleophile. What happens here? The nucleophile comes from KOH, K plus OH minus. If you decrease the concentration of KOH, then the SN2 reaction the rate of the SN2 reaction will also decrease. Now you see here the rate of the reaction, R stands for the rate of the reaction, K is the rate constant. It depends upon the concentration of see here CH3CH2Cl, CH3CH2Cl, and also depend upon the concentration of OH minus. You see here. So if you decrease the concentration of OH minus, the rate of the reaction will also decrease. So the concentration of the nucleophile plays a vital role in case of SN2. Now here see, it follows the second order kinetics. You can see it clearly from here. If it is a rate equation, R is equals to K into CH3 CH2Cl into OH minus. These are the concentrations. You can see here the power is 1. You can see here the power is 1. If you want to find out the order of the reaction, then you should summation this order. Now 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. That's why it is a second order reaction. Always remember, SN2 is a second order reaction. You can find it properly in case of your chemical kinetics. Now you see here, the first 3 points has been understood. It occurs in generally in 1 degree alkyl halide, because if the number of alkyl groups increases, the steric hindrance also increases, and the OH will find it difficult to get attached with the carbon atom. That's why, due to the steric hindrance, in case of primary alkyl halides, the reaction occurs fast. In case of secondary, the reaction rate is slow. In case of tertiary, it is also very, very slow. Now see here, it follows the second order kinetics. Okay. Now the fourth point is that the nucleophile attacks from the back side of the leaving group. You see here leaving group that leaves the reaction. So here Cl is the leaving group, because Cl minus actually is the leaving group, because it leaves from here, and the OH minus always attacks collinearly or coplanarly from the back side of the leaving group. It will directly attack from the back side of the leaving group. Now here OH attacks from the back side of the leaving group. The next point, the better the leaving group, higher is the SN2. This is a very important condition. You see, if the leaving group capability of this group is high, then it will easily leave, and OH minus can easily replace the leaving group. So what are the criteria of leaving groups? You can see here leaving group, here in this case leaving group is Cl minus. Actually, if the group is more acidic and less basic and larger in size, it will act as a good leaving group. So you can find out I minus is a larger size than Br minus has a larger size than Cl minus has a larger size than F minus. So what happens if here I is present, then the reaction is faster than CH3Br, CH3CH2Br. If here Br is present, then the reaction is faster than chlorine. If here chlorine is present, the reaction is faster than fluorine. Actually, what happens? F minus is the strongest base among them. So the bond between carbon and fluorine becomes stronger. So OH minus is not able to break this kind of bond. So what happens? You can see the better the leaving group capability, higher is the SN2. Now see, there are some another criteria for leaving groups which are very important. You can see here, if the charge distribution is high and the group is resonance stabilized, then better will be the leaving group. You can see here, this is a very, very good leaving group. This is also known as triflate. Triflate means trifluoromethyl sulfonate. Now you can see trifluoromethyl. If it is CH3 then methyl, here it is the hydrogens are substituted by fluorine. That's why it is known as trifluoromethyl. This is known as sulfonate. Trifluoromethyl sulfonate group is present. What happens? The minus charge is resonance stabilized, because minus charge single bond double bond is present. Minus charge single bond double bond is present, and moreover the CF3 group is an electron withdrawing group. So charge distribution is easily done in this kind of group. What happens? As we know, it is a concept of physical chemistry. Lower the charge, higher will be the stability. So what happens? The charge here, the negative charge, gets easily and evenly distributed over this kind of atoms, oxygen and CF3 group. That's why this will also act as a very good leaving group. What happens? After leaving, if the group is resonance stabilized, you can see here this group is resonance stabilized, then the leaving group characteristic is very, very high. So what happens in case of leaving group? You should see if the size is large and the acidic character is high, the leaving group capability is also high. So I minus will undergo, so CH3CH2I will undergo SN2 reaction faster than CH3CH2Br, then CH3CH2Cl, then CH3CH2F. So this is the leaving group. You can see the 11th number point. It is very important actually. SN2 occurs in a polar aprotic solvent. What is polar aprotic solvent? Polar aprotic solvent means the solvent is polar, but it cannot donate H plus. You can see from here. Now you can see here polar aprotic solvent. The examples are, you can see also here. I have written here DMSO, THF, DMF in presence of KOH, in presence of DMSO, or in presence of THF, or in presence of DMF. What are the structures of DMSO? DMSO is dimethyl sulfoxide. You can see sulfoxide means sulfur and oxygen, sulfoxide. Dimethyl means two methyl groups are present. So dimethyl sulfoxide. DMF, dimethyl formamide, NN dimethyl formamide, THF tetrahydrofuran. I have not draw the structure. Tetrahydrofuran. Actually, what happens in case of SN2 reaction? The reaction depends upon the concentration of the nucleophile. So these kind of solvents, you can see here, there is no acidic hydrogen. Acidic hydrogens are those which are attached to it F, O, N, Cl. Every line I am saying here is very, very important for SN2 reaction. You should note down. You should take a copy and note down. What happens? The hydrogen atom which are attached with fluorine, oxygen, chlorine, and nitrogen are acidic. So you see here hydrogens are present, but these are not present with oxygen or nitrogen. You can see here in there is no nitrogen, there is no hydrogen present with the nitrogen. That's why no acidic hydrogens are present. So these kind of solvents favor the SN2. What you will do now? You see when the problem arises. Now suppose that this alkyl halide is secondary. So how will you understand that it undergo SN2 or SN1? Because SN2 occurs primary greater than secondary greater than tertiary, but SN1 occurs tertiary greater than secondary greater than primary. So how will you understand if it is secondary alkyl group, secondary alkyl halide group? So how will you understand it will undergo SN2 or SN1? You should always see the solvent. If the solvent is polar aprotic, then the reaction is SN2. If the solvent is polar protic, then the reaction is SN1. If it is the solvent is polar aprotic, such as DMSO, DMF, THF, you should only remember these three solvents. If it is DMSO, THF, or DMF, then the reaction is SN2. If it is aqueous, then it is SN1. You should always remember this. The confusion will arise when the alkyl halide is secondary. Okay? Okay. Next. The nucleophile attacks collinearly from the backside of the leaving group. Now you see here, OH minus is attacking linearly from the backside of the leaving group. Here the leaving group is the Cl. So what happens? The OH minus will directly attack from the backside of the leaving group. Okay. Now better the leaving group, higher is the SN2. What happens? The leaving group is here. It is Cl minus. Now if it is the leaving group is large, the reaction will occur fast. So I minus will favor the reaction, then Br minus, then Cl minus, then F minus. You can see also here, I have written here, leaving group is Cl minus. Actually, if the group is more acidic and less basic and larger in size, this will act as a good leaving group. So what happens? I minus has a larger size than Br minus, then Cl minus, then F minus. So the reaction occurs fast. Next you see here, it favors the stereochemical inversion. Now you see, this is a structure of an alkyl halide which is secondary in nature. So what happens if you find out the absolute configuration of this compound? Absolute configuration, this is a part of your stereochemistry. I hope you understand the absolute configuration. If you do not understand absolute configuration, then you can comment me in my comment box. Now you can see here what happens It is S configuration because Cl is the highest priority according to the CIP rule, chain in gold and Prelog's rule. Now this is the second priority group. This is the third priority group. That's why the rotation is in the clockwise direction, but hydrogen is present in the horizontal condition. So the absolute nomenclature would be reversed. So it is in the S configuration. What happens as the point here shows that the nucleophile attacks from the back side of the leaving group. What happens? The OH minus attacks from the back side of the Cl minus, and the Cl minus is replaced, and the rotation of the molecule takes place. OH minus takes the position of hydrogen atom, and the structure become like that. What happens as uh, the inversion of the molecule takes place? Because now you can see here, according to CIP rule, OH minus, now oxygen is the connecting atom, so it has the highest priority. This is the second highest priority group. This is the third highest priority group. The rotation is in the anti-clockwise direction, but hydrogen is present in the horizontal condition, so it is in the R configuration. So absolute inversion of the absolute configuration takes place. That's why SN2 favors the stereochemical inversion. This is very important. This is very, very important. It favors the stereochemical inversion. If you do not understand stereochemical inversion, if you do not understand the absolute nomenclature, please give me a comment. Then I will discuss about the absolute nomenclature. It produces a transition state. Now you see here, transition state. This is a transition state. You can see the valency of carbon is 5. Actually, the valency of carbon is not 5 here, because this bond is getting weaker, this bond is getting stronger. Actually, this kind of transition state you cannot trap, because they have a lifetime span of 10 to the power minus 16 seconds. You cannot trap this kind of transition state, but reaction intermediates can be trapped by some compounds, some crown ethers, etc. Though that is a different issue, but you cannot trap transition states. So transition states are the very unstable, or having a very short lifetime span. They undergo the dissociation very easily. Now you can see it produces a transition state. Aryl halides, next point, aryl halides never undergo SN2. Aryl halides never undergo SN2. Now you see here, this is the aryl halide. Aryl halide means the halogen atom is attached with the aryl group directly. What happens? Why this does not undergo aryl halide, does not undergo reaction? Because you see here, the nucleophile attacks from the back side of the leaving group. Now you see here, if it undergoes the reaction SN2, the OH minus should attack this carbon atom from the back side. But you can see here, there is a large cage-like structure, or the phenyl ring is present. So the OH minus cannot directly approach to the chlorine atom due to the structure. That's why it cannot replace the Cl atom. That's why aryl halides never undergo SN2. You should remember these points, very, very important. Now the next point, it is a stereospecific as well as a stereoselective reaction. Why stereospecific? You can see here, the OH minus attacks from the back side. Means the nucleophile always attacks from the back side. Means that the attack side is specified. The reaction, the nucleophile always attacks from the back side, means the reaction site is specified. That's why it is stereospecific. You can see here, I have written stereospecific means the attacking site is specified, so it is stereospecific. The product is always inverted, so it is stereoselective. Always selectively inverted products are produced, that's why it is stereoselective. I have done this SN2 reaction in an advanced way, so that every problem in your entrance can get solved. So if you feel any kind of problem, or you want a simplified lecture, you can say me, you can comment in the comment box. Then I will do a simplified lecture. But actually this lecture is very, very important, and it covers all the topics. If you remember what I have told here, you will be able to answer all kinds of questions. Now we'll do a revision here. It occurs generally in a 1 degree alkyl halide, means SN2 occurs in a primary alkyl halide. Why? If there are more alkyl groups are present, then there will be a steric hindrance, or that's why the OH minus will find it difficult to get attached with the carbon atom. So it occurs in a primary alkyl. It depends upon the concentration of the nucleophile. Means always if you reduce the concentration of KOH, then the rate of the reaction will decrease. It follows second order kinetics. You can see here it follows second order kinetics. Rate is equals to K into CH3 CH2Cl and OH minus. So here the power is 1, the power is 1. If you do the summation of the powers, then you will get 2. That's why it is a second order reaction. Now you see here it follows second order reaction kinetics. The nucleophile attacks from the backside of the leaving group. You can see here OH minus is attacking collinearly or directly from the backside of the leaving group. That's why it is it attacks collinearly from the backside of the leaving group. It is a very important part of SN2. The nucleophile attacks from the backside of the leaving group. Okay, better the leaving group, higher will be the SN2. You can see here leaving group. Here the leaving group is Cl minus. It can be I minus, Br minus, F minus, etc. But F minus do not undergo SN2 reaction easily because the bond between F and carbon atom becomes strong because F has higher basicity. You can see here if the group is more acidic and the less basic, the reaction the rate of SN2 reaction becomes fast because the leaving group capability is high. You can see if the group is large in size, the SN2 reaction also is favored. And moreover, if the leaving group has equal charge distribution or it is resonance stabilized, the reaction becomes fast because you can see here the minus charge on the oxygen atom is easily getting distributed with the oxygen atom here and CF3 group because it is a um, uh, it is resonance stabilized. Triflate is a very good leaving group. It is also known as trifluoromethyl sulfonate or triflate. Now you can see here better the leaving group characterization too. Okay, it favors the stereochemical inversion. I have told if the initial configuration is S, then the final configuration will be R. If the initial configuration will be R, then the final configuration is S. So you should see stereochemical inversion by your absolute nomenclature. Now you can see here it produces a transition state. Always remember, transition state means at a state reaction intermediate, not it is not a reaction intermediate, it is a state in which it is a very small lifetime span and it undergoes dissociation more easily and you cannot trap it. You have the lifetime span is approximately 10 to the power minus 14 to 10 to the power minus 16 seconds. Now you can see here aryl halides never undergo SN2, as I have told here that the nucleophile attacks linearly from the backside of the leaving group, but here the OH minus cannot approach towards this leaving group because there is a cage like structure or there is a phenyl group. That's why this OH minus group cannot approach towards this carbon atom, so no reaction occurs. Now you can see here it is a stereospecific as well as a stereoselective reaction. Means stereospecific means the reaction site is specified, that is why stereospecific, and always inverted products are produced, that's why it is stereoselective. SN2 occurs in a polar aprotic solvent, means SN2 will always occur. Wherever you see DMSO, DMF, THF, you will understand that this reaction is SN2 substitution reactions. Um, the problem occurs in case of secondary, as I have told. If it is secondary, then there will be a confusion. It is secondary or it is SN2 or SN1. But whenever you see the DMSO, THF or DMF, DMSO means dimethyl sulfoxide. As I have seen here, DMSO means dimethyl sulfoxide. Dimethyl sulfoxide. DMF means dimethyl formamide. THF means tetrahydrofuran. Whenever you see that these three solvents in presence of KOH, NaOH, BaOH, etc., you will find that you will be confirmed that this reaction is SN2. So in today's lecture, I will end this video here. If you find this lecture is important for you, please do share and do subscribe my channel for more such videos. Stay tuned. And if you feel any kind of problem, then you should comment in my comment box. Thank you for watching the video. Goodbye.